Looks like we are live.
Welcome, Mage. I'm Rhino, and today we're going to be doing something. Doing something different, and we're going to be opening up packs and that we won from the winnings
Of playing Commander.
of playing Commander.
But we've made hundreds of Commander decks, and we don't have hundreds right now. We've given away a lot. But we will be ranking what we do have, and we'll see if there's anything that we need to upgrade, fix, whatever. But before we get into that, Rhino is somewhat sponsored by Out of the Box Gaming.
So,
Yeah, and if you go to outoftheboxgaming.com, your first order will be 10% off, and you don't even have to put in a code. You just go there. That's for everyone. So we just wanted to shout them out. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start pulling up Commander decks. We're not going to open up packs yet. We've got these are the packs for a lot of March of the Machine packs. We've got a Phyrexia pack. We've got a promo from March of the Machines. We will open these up later to see what we get. And so we're going to start looking at decks. Now, Rhino will not know what order we're doing these decks in.
yeah, I have no clue.
And there's a deck. What deck is that?
This looks like Safara.
Okay.
Sky's Blade.
All right. What's so cool about Safara?
She is a mono white commander, and the neat thing about Safara is I don't have to cast her for 7. I can just tap 4 untap white creatures and cast her for 1.
So you've got the ability to make some tokens in there, I believe, right? And here, tap a bunch of creatures like that. All right. So put it back in the deck box. So rank-wise, it's a fun deck, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of slow.
Yes.
So it's a very casual deck. All right. So on the ranking scale, if we give it a rank of between 1 and 10, it's probably a 4-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We have Strixhaven, 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 Strixhaven. We also have the Boros Strixhaven as well. Which of those decks do you like?
I like
I think the Boros is in.
I like the Witherbloom.
You like the Witherbloom? Yeah. Now those are our actual precons, and we keep a lot of precons as precons without even a single upgrade because our Commander League that we do has the ability to play precons, and if you play a precon as a precon, there's the other one. Then you end up getting something extra. And in some cases, it is something like you get an extra turn or 2 or something like that to get a land drop out or something to go up against these more powerful decks. Now, out of the Strixhaven ones, the one I play the most is the Boros one, which is an artifact sort of thing, lore hold. And that one has won a lot of games, even against pretty powerful decks. So I would give this above a 5. The Witherbloom I would give above a 5. The Quandrix and the Silver Quill, I don't know. I'd probably give them a 4, and the Prismari would probably be maybe a 5. I would guess. So yeah, I really like the lore hold. Swapping out a few lands in that, and a few extra cards, and that's pretty darn powerful.
This.
Well, in the lore hold one.
Oh, the lore.
The same thing with the Witherbloom. The Witherbloom is pretty darn cool. So put it out.
I'm trying.
All right. Faster, faster, faster.
Okay.
Okay. And
There.
get that in there, and I will put those away, and then you can talk about that deck.
Okay, this one. I don't know what this one is. It's like Texas. No, Nicobol is the Ravager. Now this one is really expensive. I don't know how. Well, it's not the old one. It's a flippy. Nicobolus is basically a hate deck.
Okay, set it down so people can see that.
So when he enters, everybody except for me discards a card. Now, I can do 7, and each I can exile I can exile him.
And then you bring him back as a planeswalker.
Yeah.
Which is pretty darn cool.
And it is the Nicobolus, the Arisen.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright. Okay, this looks like... Alright. As I'm going through this other deck box over here, we've got... Alright, we've got, like, the Forgotten Realms. These are precons as well. And the Midnight Hunt. Don't worry, we're going to get to some of our pre-made ones here in a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So,
the Exile one is Rakdos.
yeah.
Red and black. It's fun. You can play cards out of exile.
Yeah. And that one's still a very casual one. It's not overly, powerful. What's the commander on that? Oh, yeah,
It is the
pull it out.
Prosper.
Right.
Tome of Bound.
Okay, so Prosper, yeah, you can make some really oppressive Prosper decks. This is by no means an oppressive deck. That's the picture there. And yeah. So these decks, they're okay. I mean, they're reasonable decks. They're still very casual. They probably don't go above a 5 easily. Easily, they don't go above a 5. but they're good fun decks.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will.
I don't know what. Oh, that one's lesbian.
Yeah.
I think that deals with tokens.
Okay. Now these right here, this pile and this pile, these are the ones that were the $20 commander decks. Okay, they were only $20 each.
Good one.
And they were pretty obvious that they were worth $20. However, yeah, the Elven Empire that has Lathril in it, amazing deck, amazing,
yeah.
absolutely amazing. The Phantom Premonition deck, it was a deck, but the Elven Empire, by far and away, easily a 7. Yeah, I would say a 7. And with a few minor changes, you can push this sucker, and without throwing in a lot of extra money.
And
Okay, out of these two, everybody liked Reap the Tides. They didn't like Armed for Battle. I think I changed 3 cards in Armed for Battle, and it made it an incredible deck. I don't remember what those cards were, besides the lands. Yeah, Rhino played Reap the Tides a lot.
I don't know. I don't know how many times.
Yeah. But these were this Elven Empire amazing deck. We actually have 2 copies of it, and we kept one as a precon. Armed for Battle. I've played this a lot of times, and people they don't expect. This is kind of a Voltron sort of strategy.
Deals with a lot of equipment.
Yeah, a lot of equipment and stuff. And it's pretty decent. I don't regret. I never regret playing this deck. I regret playing this deck. The Phantom Premonition is kind of a dirtly sort of deck. You have to really want to foretell things and stuff like that. And the thing that annoys me the most about this, it doesn't have a foretell card in it. It doesn't have the foretell emblem thing that you set down. It's like that would cost them an extra penny to produce and put in there. I think it was a mistake on their part. All right, let's see here.
Okay.
I will pull these back. Put the Elven Empire, the Armed for Battle, Reap the Tides, Phantom Premonition. All right. We have. All right. There's a deck in there. I think that's a precon as well.
I don't know what deck this is.
I think that's. That was from 2018, I believe.
Oh. It's.
Is that
Cadena?
Cadena, that's the one that does the morphs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played this deck.
And that's about it. I played the deck. And that's about it.
Yeah, it's like a...
Yeah. Out of that group, I mean, we got those at the Magic Fest Las Vegas. And we played this, and it was kind of The one that was the best was the Angie deck, or Anye, all depending on who's pronouncing it. All right, take a look at these decks. I don't know what they are. Pull them out.
Okay, this is Emery.
Okay.
Lurk.
Okay.
Of,
Yeah. So that's mono blue,
yeah.
and you built that deck, and that deck turned out to be pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
A lot of people, think that, well, mono blue, you do a lot of counter spells and stuff like that. I don't think you have a single counter spell in there, do
No,
you?
I have like one.
Okay. You have one in there. Okay.
One or two.
Yeah, but that's an equipment. That's like an equipment recursion deck or something like that.
No, it only deals with artifacts.
Artifacts. Okay. So, what's the premise of that deck?
I want to mill myself.
Okay. You mill yourself, and then you have like Lab Maniac and or Jason there to.
There is Laboratory Maniac.
Yeah. Okay.
And man, what was his?
It was one of the Jaces that does the if you have
No cards in your
library, you win the game.
In Laboratory Maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think I've ever won a game with this deck. It's like a.
But it's a very fun deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Pick the next one. Just go down the line.
Okay. I have no clue what this deck is.
Yeah. Okay. It might be a precon. Is that the? Oh, okay. That's one of the core ones.
Yeah.
That's the mutate one, right?
Yeah.
Played it a couple times. Got bored with it real quick.
Basically.
Yeah. So, probably a 3. It's probably one of those that if you got into that sort of thing, it would be fine. But, all right. Pick them up. All right. So this is definitely a deck we'll probably take apart because it was not a great deck. Well, I mean, I'm sure it is a great deck. It wasn't a good deck for us. That's the main thing. And as you can tell, since the sleeves went shooting all over the place, we haven't shuffled this very a lot. So it just hasn't been played much. Don't worry about that one. All right, take a look at that one.
Alright. Calamax, the Stormsire. Dun, dun, dun.
Rhino wanted that to be a good deck.
Yeah, I did.
And that's still pre-con level, and it is. Yeah. You've never won a game.
With this deck.
You've never won a game with that deck. I don't know what else to say about that. It's just.
It's just a.
It's a deck.
Yeah.
All right. Put that back in there. All right. That one.
Alright, the last one.
And that one is.
Morgo Vosk, the mill deck.
Oh, okay. So that's one that I created a while back. That one was supposed to be a fun mill. It wasn't a mill that was trying to actually mill you out. It was just a mill to muck with the game. And if you've ever played against me, you realize that I don't necessarily play to win. even though I can. And when I do, I generally win. But it's more of a. No, I just want this right here. It's more of a. I want to get in and play. Just want to play. And I like to make the game interesting. In fact, we did our. Was it Commander Clash? It's not Commander League. It was on Friday. I didn't realize that it was a competitive game, and I could have easily taken people out like early on, but I never did. I just wanted people to play. Okay, what deck is that?
This deck is Kadama of the East Tree partner with Togo, Goblin Weaponsmith.
Okay.
So this is a partner pair commander.
So that was made for a Commander League. You had a limit of $100 in value, and you had to use a partner pair. So Rhino made that partner pair, and you actually got first place in the league.
Really?
Yes. We got a picture of you with first place in the league. Granted, you didn't win a lot of games, but you still got first place because of the way the league worked.
This is. Oh. This is a partner pair of Ashaya and Rayhan.
Okay, so that is actually a precon. That is the Atraxa precon, but when I play it, I always play the partner pair instead of Atraxa, because Atraxa is just kind of slow in that. But as the partner pair, you become an arch enemy pretty quickly with that.
Mm-hmm.
So this, by far and away, is like that as a precon, easily a 7. And when I play it, I win a lot of games with that.
And we have Angie.
Anye,
Angie.
whatever.
Falconrat. This deals with a lot of madness. So, as you discard, she can. So when you can tap her and discard and draw a card.
Yeah. And then if it's a madness card, you play it for its madness cost. And then you untap her, you keep going and going and going as long as you have plenty of mana. It is a fun deck. Out of that group from 2018, that was by far and away the best deck out of the bunch. The others were 3-color, that was 2-color. And I think that had a lot to do with it. Ratcos has got a lot of spot removal, and it has the ability to do board wipes and the haste and all that. It may not have a ramp, but when you're only dealing with 2 colors, it's pretty impressive. As a precon, it is very impressive. Okay, we have the Zendikar Rising precons.
I haven't dealt with this deck in quite a while.
But you played that deck a lot.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed that deck a lot. I played, this one was Sneak Attack. It's pretty good.
This is Land's Wrath.
Yeah, Land's Wrath. So that was a very landfall deck. You loved landfall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is Naya, which is red, green, and white.
Yep.
Yeah, this deck was, I would give it a
At least a 6. I mean, it is a pretty decent deck. I suppose we did upgrade a couple of lands in there. Let me see the cards you have in the back here. Okay, we've got. Yeah, I think we swapped out some lands and a creature. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So this one's been slightly upgraded. And a lot of times what we'll do is we'll just upgrade the mana base. We'll take out the tap lands and put in something that isn't a tap land. Or we'll actually put in an Evolving Wilds, because that is often better than just a tap land. So, anything to say about that deck?
Well, I haven't played it. At least I don't think.
I'm sure you have. I mean, we've had that a while. I know we played it a number of times while we were traveling, and but Rhino's not much of a Dimir player.
Kinda.
He can play them, but he just he doesn't necessarily want to be a Dimir player.
Yeah, it depends on the deck.
Yeah. So, I think, well, I know that's not all the precons, because we have like the Mishras and the Urza precon. But let's get in and all right, I'm going to open up backpacks. So the backpacks are the ones that we carry around with us the most. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get this out of the way here. And we've got 1, 2.
Okay. Man.
Okay. This is the small backpack. All right. Which deck is that?
This is I don't know how to pronounce it.
Kelly's in play. This.
I don't think
I think this is a precon.
because I don't think I played it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a precon. Believe it or not. This is okay. This is no. It isn't, because we've got. All right. I think this was. Hey, Brandon. There's some echo.
Oh,
I don't know what we would echo from. We have a single microphone.
that's going on.
Yeah. All we've got is the one Yeti. And then we don't have any audio coming from the camera. All we've got is, unless OBS Studio is doing something funky, which is entirely possible. You know,
we
we did have a problem with some echo when we had the overhead. And it was a okay. That's not the commander. That's the problem. It was this. This isn't commander. I wonder. I want to do something silly here. I want to turn off the overhead. All right, and you tell me if the echo goes away. All right, show this to the camera there. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so it is our overhead camera is doing something funky on the USB. I wonder if it's because let's see here. Can I turn on? No, I can't turn on the Wave 3. Why can't I turn on the Wave 3? Let's see if we can swap things around this way. All right. For some reason, the Wave 3 isn't working right now. All right. I think we're just going to have to deal with things as is. All right. So, yeah, show that one. All right. So that was a precon, but we upgraded it. And it was just simple upgrades. I think it was just
So I think it was just the basic lands.
yeah, it was just upgrading the lands, and then this went from a kind of like a 4 deck all the way up to a 7, just by upgrading the lands. I think that was it. All right. Next deck. Yeah. Any one of them. Open it up. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it off of the main camera here.
Yeah, this deck.
DePaula.
Yeah, I played her.
Okay, you created a deck back in Kaladesh with her, and that was But then when we had a bunch of dwarves and a bunch of extra vehicles come out in what set was it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what set it is. I mean, you got a bunch of stuff in here. You went through and you made a really interesting deck out of it.
Yeah, she's a lord to vehicles and so
yeah. All right. Next deck. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people forget about DePaula, and DePaula was really cool. She just wasn't very good when she first came out. She got a lot better.
where is
Probably on the back, right there.
the...
Is it?
No.
No.
This
No. That wouldn't be it.
it has a different sleeve.
Okay. Is this a mono green deck? No. This is green black. So it's not Nissa. This looks like a deck that we need to do something with.
I don't know what the commander is.
Okay, hang on. Let me see here. Yeah, we've got a lot of there's hardened scales. I think we need to take this deck apart. Maybe was this the we had done the Abomination of Land of War, right?
Oh yeah, that may be it.
Yeah, this might be the Abomination of Land of War deck, and we don't have an Abomination in here at the moment. And it was really, really nasty, and very oppressive, and not a lot of fun.
Play against, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, no, I mean, when we play, we like other people to have fun too. Yeah, we don't get in there just to be, oh, it's just fun for me. Um, so, uh, actually, I wonder. Yes, Cam. Hey, you can see me now too. Um, all right,
And
that one. That's one that I need to open because this one is okay. You show that, and I'll show this. So this is Rianne, and that one is
General Taziri.
no. Okay, that's not the one I was thinking of. Okay. We'll do General Tsiri in a moment. Yeah, Abomination of Land of War. If it's if you got the right cards, it was a very quick game. Very quick game. Okay, Rianne. So what Rianne does is she reoccurs multicolored creatures. So if other multicolored creatures you control get +1/+0, and whenever another multicolored creature you control dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So she was okay. This is a very casual deck, um, and this one, man, I've got some pretty impressive cards in here. Um, This one was one of those that people saw you reoccurring creatures and they're like, okay, yeah, that's kind of cute and all. But then if it goes like 9 turns, 8 or 9 turns, then you've got some pretty impressive things going on here with, with the multicolored creatures. All right, to Siri.
Okay, General Taziri
All right.
is all the colors.
Yeah, it's a 5 color deck.
Yeah.
And that was an ally deck.
Yes. So when he comes in, you can tutor for an ally. So you search your library for an ally, and um, and you can
Yeah, you can find the allies that you need. And
yeah.
in there, we have allies that whenever an ally enters battlefield, creatures get, life link, they gain haste, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Originally, so my daughter, she likes playing Magic, but she likes playing fast Magic. Um, and so she doesn't really like Commander that much because it's very slow, but she likes this because she gets to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And because a lot of times she just sits there and she's waiting on people to play solitaire, and she doesn't like that as much. So yeah, that was a deck for her. She's played it a number of times. She's had fun with it. She doesn't play with it now.
Okay. Now this one is Tesa.
Okay, I'll open it up. Which Tesa? Because you got both Tesas in there.
Tesa Karloff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this one deals with dying. So I want um
To the camera. Yeah. Now that is okay. Back it up a little bit. All right. There we go.
uh so I want creatures to die. Um but it also wants
Yeah, you're doing tokens and things like that in that deck because you got anointed procession in there and things like that, and it's pretty reasonable. Oops, I'll get it. Um,
and
and you've won a lot of games with it. It's probably a 7 or an 8. Pretty impressive.
yeah.
All right, you got several more there. I will go ahead and start putting these back into the backpack over here.
Okay. Um this deck uh this commander is man.
Put it outside. It should be. Well,
Oh, I remember. It was
it's just uh
it's the one that I built.
okay. This is mono red.
Yeah, it had the thermal alchemist and
Oh wait, then why are there white cards in here?
there's white cards.
And
I don't know.
okay, there's black. This might have been a pack or something that we opened up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put that over there. We'll sort that out. Is this I don't want who's the mono red commander? There it is. That guy? Perfect.
Yeah. That was him. Um uh so he wants any red spell.
Yeah.
So it basically bumps them up by 2. So
Okay.
if it's a 6, then it turns it into an 8. And that that doesn't it also includes by him.
Yeah. So yeah, he adds 2 to all red damage, right? Pretty much.
If an opponent. Uh
Yeah. Yeah, if a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2. So it's a plus 2 on everything. It's an added shock to every red that you do.
yeah.
So that's a pretty impressive deck. It's as a mono red deck, it's reasonably fast, not as fast as it could be. You've won a number of games with it, because people just look at it and go, "Oh, hey, yeah, all he's doing is hitting me a little bit," and then you bring up Torbrand and he's like, "Oh, he's hitting me a lot more. That's starting to hurt." Okay, 3 more that were in that backpack.
Okay. This was uh Araya from First of Lockwing. Or
Okay.
first 2. I forgot what it did.
Okay. So this one, um, all right. So this is whenever a uh, another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So this was trying to get as many black creatures out on the battlefield and just doing damage that way. Uh, this was a deck, I think I threw it together in like a half an hour. And I don't think we've even upgraded it, and it's won quite a lot of games. Um, there are a few proxies in this, but we do have actually have the cards like Panharmonicon and stuff like that.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Alla Blanc.
Okay.
So I call her Egg Lady because she makes a ton of eggs. And
Whenever the eggs die
I get to flip
until you find a creature, and it goes onto the battlefield.
battlefield.
Yeah.
Like, you want to attack me?
Yeah.
And-
You want to blow up my board? Okay.
And then, I bring out like 5/5s, 6/6s.
Bigger things. All right. I think, is that a precon? I think that might be a precon. I don't know.
No.
No, it's not.
You built this deck.
I built that one. Okay.
Yeah, this was July, Voice of Plenty.
Okay. Yeah, that was a previous Commander League that we did, and it was a Commander League where 50% of your non-land cards had to have the same.
Why don't you talk about it?
Yeah, had to have the same keyword on it. And so I kind of wimped out on this, and I went with the keyword flying. And this was a really, really cool deck. People didn't like the fact that Shalai made everything else hexproof. But yeah, it turned out to be a rather fun deck. Yeah, I won games that I wanted to win with it. And I mean, you can put a lot of these decks you could play, really quick or whatever. Okay, so that is the small backpack.
Now for the big backpack.
We call it the big backpack.
Or the...
It's the one that we always take with us. Now,
Yeah.
we do have a precon in there.
Yeah.
We have... Actually, we got a couple precons. Because this is a precon as well.
Okay. I don't know if this is a precon.
What is it?
It is Nahili, Sun's Vanguard.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is. All right. Okay. So let's get these down here. Okay. Oops, sorry about that.
And this deals a lot with tokens, and double strike. Attacking tokens, have double strike that you control. Sadly, she doesn't have double strike, but I give it a we haven't been playing it.
Yeah, I mean it's a good casual. It's probably a good 5. That's it. In fact, we're probably going to be pulling that out of the big backpack anyway. Okay, that one right there.
Oh, yeah. This is for this is the one that I built. I did a toxic deck.
Yeah.
It is Atraxa. Grand Unifier. So, when she comes in, I get to reveal the top 10. And she does a whole bunch of
Yeah.
nasty stuff.
Yeah. So the whole idea is trying to get as many poison counters, and you had some proliferate in there to proliferate those poison counters and such.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. So you've got these decks, and I've got 3 decks here.
Yeah.
Let me do this deck. This deck right here is I played it on Friday. This is the reason why we have all of those packs. And as you can see, this is an Ultra Sleeve on top of Feather.
Yeah.
Feather allows you to reoccur your instants and sorcery spells. This deck has not changed pretty much at all since I first built it when Feather came out in War of the Spark. I think there might be 1 or 2 cards that I swapped out because I got a Dockside Extortionist in here as well. This is a deck that, if I remember correctly, we were at. Did I have this deck at? It was a Command Fest that had Josh there. Played against Josh Lee Kwai.
Oh, Josh the Quai.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and he was talking about how bad Boros